The exodus has been described as unprecedented. Last year, 1 millionaire left Britain every 45 minutes, according to the Henley Wealth Management dashboard, and joining them is the multi-millionaire owner of a castle in Kent, the star of The Real Housewives of Toronto, the businesswoman Dr. Ann Kaplan Mulholland, who joins me live in the studio. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thanks for having me here.
Why have you decided to vacate the castle and the UK, Anne?
Well, I'm not vacating the castle. I'm actually going to leave it going, but I'm vacating the UK because this the demolish of the tax regime that's been in place for over 200 years, which was to attract people like us, and now that's over. So we're leaving.
Do you mind me asking how you came to the position of being a multimillionaire? What did you do, or how did you do it, or?
Yeah, I founded a finance company, founded an insurance company. I have multiple real estate investments worldwide, commercial real estate. These are all income-earning real estate holdings, and income is coming in from that. The new regime will make me pay double tax. So I'll be taxed in the countries that I have my investments, as well as taxed in the UK.
And this is the change to the nom-dom rule?
This is a change to the nom-dom rule.
So you pay tax in the countries in which you earn,
yes,
overseas?
And we bring clean capital here, which I've brought clean capital in, bought a castle, employ 100 people,
Love the
building
idea
a
of buying
hotel and restaurants, and
really?
then they say, leave.
Well, they didn't say leave. They said
Basically,
they're saying pay your fair share, aren't they?
Well, we do pay our fair share. We pay tax here. All of our employees pay tax here. We pay tax on business. What I'm saying is, yes, charge us fees. Do what they're doing in Italy and in Switzerland and in Dubai, where they're rolling out the red carpet and saying, come in and pay fees here. And we're paying €235,000 a year to live in Italy. Now, if they had put that in at the beginning when they have just 72,000 non-domicile tax-paying residents here, and just saying that all of them could afford it, that would have been $14 billion of income here.
You're paying €235,000 a year to go and live in Italy?
Yes, and they're welcoming us, but they're not taxing us worldwide. Plus, we pay tax, but we also pay a fee of €235,000 a year, and we're willing to pay it, happily willing to pay it. We'd pay it here if they gave us that option.
On the numbers, how much more tax would you be paying if you were to stay in the United Kingdom, given these changes?
If we were taxed on our worldwide income, it could be 50 to 100 million. So we're not poor. But don't hate me. I heard your talk on privilege. I've made my own money, but I have businesses worldwide.
And you don't need to defend yourself to me. I mean, it's a great thing that someone can make that kind of money. It makes no sense
to do that, and that is why 10,800, according to the papers, etc., persons have left recently.
So you could end up paying 50 to 100 million pounds more in tax a year?
Oh no, over a period of time.
Do you know how long? 5 years?
5 years.
5 years.
So why would we do that? Plus paying tax in the jurisdictions we're earning it in. So that's double tax.
The answer to why is coming from some of my listeners here, which is, why does anyone need this much money?
Well, no one needs this much money. And the accusation in that is that we're trying to make this much money. I happen to make very good investment decisions. I happen to build a company that I sold a few years ago. My husband happened to build a manufacturing company with 3,000 employees.
Wow.
So and I happen to make good real estate investments during that time. I'm self-made. I also put back into the environment, into the economy. I employ over 100 people here in the UK. So I'm giving back. So do I need this much money? Not at all.
So why not then part with a bit more of it to be able to stay in the country that you want to stay in and be in the castle?
That is not a good business decision to just sort of throw away money. We're very mobile, so we can just exit. We're not going to stay here and pay double tax, and I don't think anyone would in our position.
I don't know whether it's an unfair assumption to make, Anne, but I suspect that people who are incredibly wealthy, such as yourself, hang around with other incredibly wealthy people all the time. So what do you hear from your friends, your associates, about their financial status given the tax changes that are coming?
Every person that I have spoken to that is in the same position is leaving the country. And to your assumption, we do associate with people. I am an academic, so I do associate with people that aren't necessarily having deep pockets. And I do associate with people still that I grew up with that don't necessarily have deep pockets.
What do you say to the queue of people who are texting in now saying, I'll read you David, so it doesn't offend you, tell her not to leave the door open on her way out?
I say that 50 to 70% of the people just say, they say F off, they say goodbye, they say adios. And I'm saying, think about it. If you allowed us to stay and pay fees, the wealthy people that you hate stayed and paid fees, we could really enhance the economy. Instead, the only option for us is to leave. So we're going. I'm not complaining. I'm concerned about a country that I love, a country that I will continue to invest in, but allow us to pay fees that will help your economy rather than hurt your economy
But
by
these are
us
fees
leaving.
but whatever fee, if they were to institute one it was, you might also say that's too much.
I don't think that anyone in our position would say that's too much. We're in a country that we love, but when you're being taxed in a point where one of the reasons we came in here is we had many, many choices, many countries we could have gone to, all of them that were protected by being taxed on worldwide assets. So we chose to come into England. So now when they change that, we just leave. We go to another country that doesn't tax on worldwide assets. So why not do what they do and charge us a fee and make the money from us that will help the economy?
Slightly similar to what Trump has just flashed on Air Force One, the sort of the card, the Great Pass
Absolutely.
card. If you pay $5 million or whatever, you get American citizenship.
And
It's that
that
type
is
of thing.
probably where some of the people that are leaving England will go. That's $5 million you're paying up front. It's not yearly, but yes, he's got the gold card. Not a bad idea.
Thank you so much for coming in. Very good to meet you. Thank you for coming on LBC. Dr. Ann Kaplan Mulholland. I say castle-owning nom-dom as a description of you, but a self-made multi-millionaire who's had enough with the tax regime that is coming in this country and is, like her friends, up and leaving.